There's no way he's getting in my team. Hello and welcome to the United Stand. This is our Manchester United predicted lineup for next season based on a lot of what we've seen on social media from you guys, and then I'm going to give you mine towards the end as well. But let's crack on straight away. And obviously I think nobody's going to doubt that David De Gea will be in goal next season, but also very interested to see what you think the value of this team is going to be and whether we can actually do it. Is it pie in the sky or can we do it? Obviously this can be done. Valencia and De Gea, this is our predicted lineup for next season, remember, and I don't think those two are going to go anywhere at all. This is maybe a little bit hopeful. Eric Bailly, we would hope that Eric Bailly is going to be the centre-back. And then a very interesting one. I'm going to put Toby Alderweireld in there. I do not believe that we are in for him, but a lot of you lot do. And obviously that would complete a very, very good centre-back pairing that we need. I'm still hopeful that maybe Umtiti could happen or maybe somebody else. But if we're going to sign a centre-back, I think it's got to be one of those top echelon centre-backs, top-class centre-backs, sorry. I mean, we've got a lot of good centre-backs. You can't rely on Phil Jones. A lot of people don't think Chris Smalling's quite good enough. Lindelof doesn't seem to be getting the backing of Mourinho, and Rojo seems to be injury-prone and have a mistake in him. So I'd be very happy with a centre-back partnership that's going to play 80% of our games. I think that's really important. And then hopefully, and I really hope this happens because I can't see Luke Shaw staying, Alexandro completing the back four. And what a back four that would be. I mean, Valencia, I know, and quite understandably, he does concern people, but he will be there next season. And that would give De Gea, who's the best goalkeeper in the world and keeps winning our Player of the Year, a strong defence in front of him, which would be great to see. Again, Matic, not going to go anywhere, so we don't need to be pretending that we're going to go and sign somebody else. Matic, obviously. I know we're linked to Fabinho. I did that last night. Where he'd fit in would be quite interesting because in this predicted 11, I can sort of tell you straight away that he won't be there. Fred, obviously, nearly a done deal. You'd put him in at the right side of the midfield. No doubts about that. That's where he would play, sort of box to box with Pogba to the left of him there. And then, is that midfield good? I mean, also as well, not just the value of it, is this team that we're building and that predicted, is this good enough to win the title next year? Are you feeling, I mean, it's certainly better than last season in relation to the back four, but is that midfield a massive improvement? Is it? I don't know. I don't know what you think about that. And then next one, this has been floating around on social media quite a lot. So, and I quite like the look of it. Milinkovic-Savic in a sort of that role. You could put Pogba in that role, but Milinkovic-Savic has been popping up in this role in a lot of United fans on social media. Their desired 11 for next season. Obviously, Lukaku would go into that position, and then Alexis Sanchez here. Now, a lot of people will be saying, where's Anthony Martial? Where's Jesse Lingard? Quite rightly. Could this formation actually work? Well, I think it could, because what you do is you get your width from Valencia and Sandro. They'd be pushing on. Matic is obviously patrol there, so that when they're bombing forward, you've got your two centre-backs and Matic. Fred and Pogba sort of box to box with the freedom. Sanchez not confined to that left-hand side coming into this box, which is Pogba's box, but he's actually centrally and more forward, which is where he can cause more damage. And obviously Lukaku up front as well. So it could work. It could work. As I said, the width is be very important, but Sandro wants to get forward, Valencia wants to get forward. And because you've got four midfielders there, Matic would drop and cover each side when one has bombed forward. These two would be your energy, and Milinkovic-Savic would work there. Now, I like it. It's a good lineup, but it's not how I would predict we're going to be next season. And I'd be amazed if anybody gets 11 out of 11. I think that's just a very interesting formation. And it's one that Jose Mourinho might quite like, because out of those four midfielders that he's got there, they're all big and strong, apart from Fred, who gives you something else. Sanchez and Lukaku. And again, as I've said last season when we used to play the 3-5-2, and I don't think we should go back to 3-5-2 because we don't think we've got enough centre-backs to justify playing three, and you'd lose an attacker then. But what this does do, it is cheating, because your fullbacks become your wingers, and you've still got your centre-backs, you've still got a very packed midfield, and you've got two up front. And I think Manchester United may need to do something a little bit different about their formation. Anyway, I'm going to talk to you about mine, but first of all, I just want to give you a little bit of a plug for the That's Football Champions League watch-along. Boom! Hello everybody, and a little bit of a plug here for That's Football. Against my sins, I am going to be doing a Liverpool versus Real Madrid Champions League watch-along on That's Football tonight. So if you are a Manchester United fan, you know you're going to be watching it. I'm going to be watching it. Xander's let me down. I've got to do it because someone's got to do it. And it could be really painful viewing, so please do join me so that, look, at least we'll all be together going through it, supporting Real Madrid and Ronaldo. So make sure you do that. I've dropped a link in the video description. the live comments is already open, so we will be live at about 7:30 tonight doing that watch along on That's Football. Join us for that, United fans together. Let's just hope Ronaldo's going to do it. It's going to be quite nervous. I think I'll have to have a drink again. But also, you can see the Quiff app is open next to me on the left. Make sure you give it a download. You've got £5 in free bets with them. The link is in the video description for that as well. As you can see, you'll see that the Liverpool game is going to flash up in a minute. There it is. Real Madrid versus Liverpool. Full time. You can get Real Madrid to win at double your money, which is 2.0. So a tenner will win you 20 quid. I have to believe Real Madrid are going to win that. That's my tip of the day. Double your money on the Quiff app. But it's not just that with Quiff. The way Quiff works is your bets aren't real until you've quiffed it. That's the app tagline, and that's how it works. So you put your bet on at 2, which is double your money, but when you quiff your app, which is when you put the app on, the bet on with that app, they'll enhance your odds. So you could get 4-1 for Real Madrid to win. You could get 2.5-1. You could get 10-1. It's a randomizer, but every bet you do on the Quiff app, they will boost your odds. So double your money with a Real Madrid win tonight, but it will go above that when you quiff it, which is when you use that app and put the bet on. It will boost it for you. You can do accumulators on there, so it's great for the World Cup. Another little tip: I think you can get Ronaldo hat trick 12-1. Wouldn't bet against it. Decent shout for that. I think Salah's a hat trick at 25-1 or something like that. My score prediction is 3-1, and I think when we looked at that yesterday, you can get 8-1 for a 3-1 win for Real Madrid, which is what I'm going for. I'm going to put a bet. I'm going to put a tenner on that and a tenner on Real Madrid to win outright, which hopefully I'll get boosted quite bigly, because I want it to. It has to happen. It has to happen. Remember, you've got to be over 18 to gamble, and do gamble responsibly. But do, if you are betting on the game today or you are betting on the World Cup, the Quiff app's really good with the accumulators, and it will boost your odds up as well. Link in the video description for that. And as I say, make sure you join me tonight for that game, Real Madrid versus Liverpool Champions League watch along on this channel. I'm in the That's Football studio. It's on That's Football. Link in the video description will take you to there. I'll speak to you later. Back to Mark on the United stand anyway. Hello, and we're back in the room then. So this is how a lot of Manchester United fans are predicting we should line up for next season. This is how I would do it. Slightly different. I'm going to put Lukaku there. I'm going to pull Fred off. Ooh, that's what she said. I'm going to put Milinkovic-Savic there. I'm going to put Pogba there. I'm going to put Matic there. I'm going to put Sanchez over there. And I'm going to still persist with my love-in for Anthony Martial and put him there. And I think that is still a very good 3. A very, very good team. It's only one change. It's just Fred to the bench and Martial there. I mean, also, if we wanted to be really controversial, I don't know what you think about this. Pogba sold. And then you do that. Obviously, Martial could come out. You could put Jesse Lingard in there. But if I go back to the team that everybody was sort of liking, which is this one. Where's Paul Pogba? That was it, wasn't it? Yeah, we've got enough players on the pitch. Yeah. So if that is the team, the interesting thing about this is, do you think that team there, based on what fans want, do you think that team there is good enough to win a title? I do. I'm going to be positive and say yes, I do. I think you've solved the centre-back and the left-back issue. You've got a strong partnership. You've got the best goalkeeper in the world. You've got a left-back who's left-footed and can go forward and is very good. You've got a midfield that's suddenly got balance, speed and creativity in there. And then you've got a front two that if Sanchez becomes the player we think he can do with Lukaku, you've suddenly got a whole different team and a whole different psychology and a whole different momentum. The cost of it, well, Alderweireld is probably going to cost 40 million. Sandro, 40 million, so 80. Fred, 40 million, 120. And Milinkovic-Savic, let's say 80 million. So 200 million, but that's 200 million outgoing. Let's not forget, we are going to sell players. You're probably going to make, I think United are probably going to make around, depending if Martial goes, they could make as much as 100 million, but let's say conservatively they're going to make about 60 million. So net spend is somewhere between 100 and 150 million, which, to get that team, I think everybody would agree is good, isn't it? 150 million net to get that team. That's what we should be looking to spend. So I don't think United will spend much more than 200 million this season, but we can comfortably do that and have a team like that. And yes, you can mess around with the formations, of course you can, but it is quite encouraging. Of course, I suspect there will be players that we've not even spoken about that are going to be part of it, and some of those players on there will never come to United. But it just shows you, a lot of people want 5 players in, 5 players out. I mean, there's only 4 there, and it massively improves our squad. And Rashford, Lingard, Martial, doesn't mean they're sold. They're on the bench, which makes Herrera could be there on the bench. We need a strong squad next season. We definitely do. Anyway, make sure to join me on That's Football for the watch along tonight. If you're having a bet, get on with the Quiff app, link in the video description. And also, if you didn't see my epic Liverpool rant last night, I was a little bit drunk. I've put it in the top comment in the comments below. Get commenting below, give us your thoughts, obviously. How much do you think it's going to cost? Do you think that team is good enough to win the Premier League based on what you can see in front of you? What tweaks would you make? We want to see your comments in below. But I've pinned my comment at the top, which will take you straight to the Liverpool rant I did last night if you've not seen it. Thanks everyone for watching. Smash that like button. Get commenting below. I'll speak to you soon.